At 5 with me, Navdeep Kaur Barma. In today's special episode, we have with us Mr. Raj Saini of Franklin Institute of Agri-Technology to talk to us about the horticulture industry in New Zealand, its significance, the courses the college offers, and much more. Welcome to the show, Mr. Raj. How are you?
Thank you very much, and thanks for inviting me to the show. That's so nice.
Right. You're welcome, sir. To begin with, sir, tell me what is the significance of horticulture industry in a country like New Zealand, which is very dependent on horticulture?
Yeah, horticulture is a very important industry in New Zealand. It is quite well organized. It plays significant role in New Zealand economy, especially exports. I think last year New Zealand exported 4.6 billion worth of horticulture produce to overseas countries. And more than that, more than the quantity, the quality produced from New Zealand is valued overseas. It's high value product.
Right.
So, and it offers, huge potential to anybody who is interested in this line.
Right. If we talk about studying horticulture and getting qualification in horticulture, what are the courses that your institute offers?
Basically, we offer only horticulture courses. For the international students, we have 2-year program, which is known as a New Zealand Diploma in Horticulture Production, Level 5.
Right.
In that course, we teach generic basic skills about horticulture production, which are relevant to New Zealand horticulture. And based on that, the students get very good jobs in the industry, and they are quite well accepted in the industry.
Right. So what is the fee structure, a rough fee structure for somebody from India, suppose, wants to do this course? What is the rough fee structure of the course?
The fee structure is, the first year is 18,500 New Zealand dollars.
Right.
The second year is $15,500.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And if we talk about the last 2 years, we also, COVID had impacted every sector, including tourism in New Zealand and education sector as well. So how did you dealt with the COVID pandemic when international students were not coming to New Zealand?
Yes, actually, we didn't get any students from abroad like anybody else, but there was quite a good growth from the onshore students, because many international students who came in other courses shifted to horticulture study. After they look around, they assess what are the best career options for them.
Right.
Quite a few students who have finished their qualification in New Zealand, like business management, IT, some other sectors, they shifted to horticulture, like they study 1-year, 2-year program, and they are doing very well at the moment. And there are some other students who just came to study some other courses. They didn't complete their study. They just completed first year, and then they realized that, okay, that's not the career path for them. Horticulture is the career path for them. They shifted to us. So as a result, we had very good growth in the past 2 years.
Right. And what are your expectations from now that we're listening, and the government has announced that the border will be reopening, and hopefully international students will be coming in by towards the end or later year. So what is the expectation from this year and coming year?
We are quite optimistic because the first thing, the Ministry of Education gave us allocation, even cohort 3, which is starting in April.
Right.
For the next one, cohort 4, they have given us very good allocation for students which we can rent from overseas. That's the July entry. From October onwards, of course, it's open.
Right. So at present, if somebody in India wants to apply, what is the criteria? How can they apply for your course?
What we need is senior secondary with some study in biology or science or agriculture, preferably, but everybody else is eligible. And IELTS level 5.5, no band less than 5. So English requirement is not that very high. So and if they have some experience in horticulture, agriculture is advantage, especially with the rural background.
Right.
We have agents network, consultants network all over India and in other countries. So we can once what I suggest they get in touch with us directly
Right.
through the email, through the website, which is www.fiat.ac.nz. And then we send them the forms, assess them, or give them the offer letter, and then we can allocate an agent to them.
Okay, that's interesting. And also talking about the career option that you said that there are a lot of career options if you complete this course. So just tell me what are the main career options that a person who completes this course, for example, from India, what kind of career they can look for?
Basically, it's hands-on jobs in horticulture, and they are quite respected here in New Zealand. Various sectors, nursery sector is a big sector here. Garden centers, landscape companies, horticulture production like the food production, vegetable production, and the big one is of course the greenhouse production here, which is quite specialized. So various sectors. There are other sectors as well, like revegetation sector, which is lot of emphasis in New Zealand under the 1 billion tree plantation program. So revegetation companies. So lot of opportunities after studying horticulture.
And if you talk about your branches, do you have any branch outside Auckland or only in Auckland? Where are all your branches in New Zealand?
We have one outside Auckland, which is in Tauranga.
Okay.
At the moment, yeah.
Right. And do you plan to have more, say, the coming time as the demand for the horticulture is increasing? Do you plan to expand your business, have more colleges, more branches?
Yes, we do have. We had actually planned to start one in the Hawke's Bay area, but because of the COVID situation and the student couldn't come from abroad, we just put it on hold. We have planned because the main thing is we are looking for the demand areas in the country. Like Tauranga, there's huge demand for the students, for the employee. Right. Similarly, Hawke's Bay, Christchurch, and some other areas where we feel there is demand for the students where they can work, get jobs. So those areas we would like to open branches.
Right. And lastly, what is your message to people who want to enter the horticulture sector? What should they expect from the horticulture sector? What do you think is in it for them?
Basically, from India and some other overseas countries, horticulture, agriculture, what they've seen is different. It's the peasant farming system, right, where the people plant something, grow and sell in the market and get whatsoever they can get. Right. But here it's based on supply chain. Right. Mostly the agreements are signed in advance for the whole year, and then the supplier, the grower has to fill in those, mainly with like somebody signs agreement with McDonald's to supply that many number of heads every week. So what we teach is part of the first part of the supply chain. Very committed, and there's high quality requirement, traceability requirement, health and safety requirements, which are very different, very stringent in New Zealand. Right. So those we teach, and once they've learned those things, they can be very well accepted in the supply chain. Right. And similarly, this supply chain is taking shape in other countries, like developing countries, and even if they want to go back and work there, they will get good positions. Right. Thank you so much. Yeah, sorry. The other option is, horticulture offers an opportunity if they want to start their own business, either in New Zealand or in their parent country. They can start with very small capital, take greenhouse on lease, and then start going from there. Right. So the horticulture offers quite a bit of opportunities. So basically, it's like a holistic course which will give them a real groundwork of what horticulture looks like in New Zealand and how to make a good career out of them. Yes, it does. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Saini, for your time, and I hope that the COVID pandemic is behind us and we see more and more growth in the horticulture sector and more qualified people coming out for that sector. Yes, the industry needs a lot of skilled people. There's a lot of short supply. So my message to the student is join the course and be successful in New Zealand.
Right. Thank you so much, sir, for your time today.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank you
much.
so much. Bye bye.
Thank you. So that would be Sir Raj Saini telling us why studying horticulture will be an advantage in New Zealand and what can you expect when you finish this course. Of course, the pandemic has changed the way education sector was working, but slowly and steadily we are gearing back. For all the latest news, keep watching indianweekender.co.nz. Do follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a lovely day.